We're so close to Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2 being just over a week away. With everybody anticipating the event happening in-game of this hand raising out of the ground, we have more updates on this, and not only that, all of the Battle Pass skins and even a free skin that we'll be able to obtain next season that'll surprise you all. Make sure you're sticking around until the end because believe me, we've got some very juicy intel today. Don't forget before you pick up the Battle Pass or anything from the shop, you enter code FM1 inside here, as it looks completely different now, but it definitely still works, being one of the shortest and easiest codes to enter out there. It would mean the world to me and my dog Charlie the Charcoal Pug now that we've got the brand new cutout, so that means another purchase had to be made. Last video I wanted to know the name of this, so here's a bunch of hearted comments on screen right now that got that right. Today, however, I want to know the name of this, so let me know down below in the comments, and if it gets hearted, it could be shown on screen in the next video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, as after all, it only benefits you with us gifting different subscribers every single day, with some proof for that recently on screen right now. Before we go any further, I need to tell you guys about FlexiSpot, who are kindly sponsoring today's video. They've hooked me up with their premium standing E7 Pro desk, which you can see was very easy to assemble actually, and has a very clean modern looking design, and despite this meeting all my Fortnite or setup needs, as you can see we can adjust the height of it up and down, so whether I'm wanting to stand up or sit down to play, FlexiSpot have me covered. Even though it's uniquely adjustable up and down, it's very sturdy, and as you can see we had to put it to the test right here. You can see the water literally barely moving when typing like a madman, so it'll endure those long, intense and focused gaming sessions. Did I forget to mention this isn't the only one, and they do tons of different premium standing desks for daily use, and you can check out their E7 and E7 Pro C frames, but if you're on a limited budget you can choose the E5 model, which is a lot cheaper. To make sure you're in maximum comfort once you've secured a height you're happily sat at, they also do one of the widest selections of ergonomic chairs, which if you don't know what that means, it literally molds to your body's crevices. Click the link at the top of this video's description or pinned comment and use code NYYouTube30, which gives you an extra $30 off on top of any existing discounts that you can see more context for in the description and pinned comments. Diving straight into it all very quickly just before we reveal the details about the hand coming out of the ground, considering so many people were disappointed that it didn't happen today on February 29th, 2024. What you will be happy to know about that did happen today is from Hypex and other data miners stating that Fortnite has added Season 2 to the staging servers, meaning there's no delays and it's going to be releasing March 8th as stated also on the Battle Pass for those that have seen this little section in the bottom left. Not only does this mean you have until then to get everything within the Battle Pass, Peter Griffin specifically a skin that you won't want to miss out on, all of the bonus superstars for reaching level 200, but of course recently added in a 28.30 update this takedown quest loading screen with all the different installments of 15,000 XP to get that on the way, on top of the even newer Odyssey quest of course that have been introduced with the Odyssey NPC at Ruined Reels from approaching and interacting for the first time, states there's an ancient power growing on this island. Initially upon 28.30 going live, this is what the outskirts of Ruined Reels look like. However, the stage we're in now is, as you can see, it seems rubble and earthquake cracks are coming up from the ground in this particular section, which despite momentarily causing earthquakes and shaking the ground with rubble being spurted out of the cracks, also is going to be developing into this mini live event of the Titan hand finally reaching out of the ground holding none other than Pandora's box. If it wasn't already obvious from Ruined Reels largely resembling that of ancient Greek architecture, next season is going to be largely based around Greek mythology as determined even by the codename Ager, which means goat in Greek. This even extends to the storyline that we now have connected all the dots for, considering Peely went missing at the start of this season, belonging to the underground faction, obviously the leader of that Vengeance Jones, his best buddy, the kidnappers being the opposing faction, the Society, of course the leader of that being Valeri. However, Hope, her sister, is helping Vengeance Jones on the opposing team. Society however seems to have a lot more manpower, or should I say boss power, considering all the bosses on the island that drop mythics actually do belong to the Society faction. The overall goal, you may ask, of kidnapping our friendly 6-foot banana was indeed to gain Vengeance Jones's knowledge or memories of the past, considering he's the only one that knew what happened since the use of the time machine and the Big Bang, and Valeri potentially thinks he also then knows the whereabouts of this box she's been trying to locate, again not only contained in this book belonging to her, but also this loading screen showing what she truly desires to harness, the power of Pandora's box. In Greek mythology, for those that don't know, Pandora's box was a gift from the gods to Pandora, being the first woman of Earth, and it contained all the evils of the world which were released when Pandora opened the box. However, it also contained Hope, which remained inside the box, which is kind of ironic because we have Hope as a character now opposing Valeri, who wants to open Pandora's box. Again, believe it or not, this is going to be happening as another stage once we've shot at Pandora's box when the Titan hand actually appears, which we're going to be revealing more details about when this is in just a second. After dealing, however, 50 billion collective as a community damage to the box, so it drops off this chain, and as you can see opens up with a tornado permanently in the sky until the end of Season 2, showing souls of the underworld swimming around inside, almost as if they're trying to escape this endless torment. Pandora Pandora's box obviously makes sense correlating to Greek mythology, but what if I told you also what I've been referring to, the thing pulling it out of the ground? Even this hand called a Titan hand also does, as the Titans were the former gods preceding the gods of Mount Olympus in Greek mythology. Here's where it gets even more interesting, as for those that can't remember, a few months ago, sadly Donald Mustard, the previous CCO of Epic Games, actually resigned or retired, and obviously he was responsible for developing the Fortnite storyline that we know and love with the 7 and such, which now seems to be non-existent sadly, but we got thrown a lifeline with another CCO stepping into place for Fortnite, which he's already putting things into effect, called Charlie Wen. Charlie Wen, for those that don't know, is fully responsible for coming up with the storyline in the game or franchise God of War. Within these games, of course, there are a bunch of different titans, and one of those specifically, as you can see, called Kronos, is absolutely huge, actually having to carry around Pandora's box as punishment for losing a battle to Zeus. And believe it or not, Kronos is actually the father of Zeus, who is apparently very power hungry and paranoid. So just like we've seen the Underground vs Society this season, maybe this spills over into the Underworld versus the Olympian gods as the theme or basis of the next season storyline going forward. And considering everybody expected this mini live event to happen with the Titan hand coming out of the ground, which you actually need to stand quite far back from considering the kill zone is quite large for this happening. Literally every single hour people were flooding to X or Twitter with updates saying it's going to be happening in a few minutes, a few seconds, and sadly to kind of confirm it wouldn't be happening, as Hypex stated, Fortnite just replaced the hand keyword in today's quest to the cracks. Speaking of these cracks, or the Titan hand mini event from Hypex again, another hint from a dev who's called Evan, Fortnite dev, this crater is awfully small. I think it would need to be bigger before anything interesting happens, meaning the event of it emerging out of the ground, the Titan hand. This was kind of a shame considering literally everybody was wanting to log on to witness this today at a certain time when hotfixes would go live or mini events would usually happen based off Fortnite's history, to the point where the servers were actually having issues or struggling even though the event hadn't happened yet, that data miners pointed out. Based off the fact two of the crater cracks are filled with magma when I'm recording this video now, Sheena posted time predictions about when this event will be going down. Based on the last few happenings at the crater, the hand will very likely spawn tomorrow at one of these times: 1 PM ET, 6 PM UTC, or 2 PM ET, which is 7 PM UTC. The how, why, or when isn't even the most interesting part of obviously this event actually happening in itself, rather so what Pandora's box actually shows or teases in regards to upcoming Battle Pass skins for Season 2. Just before we hop onto those teasers, however, something that's actually been determined now as Odyssey, an NPC, currently isn't a skin in-game, and correlates to the Greek mythology kind of art style, with people thinking this other variant of her off the Fortnite surveys would make her a Season 2 Battle Pass skin. This isn't the case. Instead, as you can see, Hypex also posted all the variants of it's going to be the free Season 2 rank skin. So as you can see, there's all the different versions from Gold, Elite, Diamond, Champ, Platinum, and Unreal. This is the first rank skin we'll ever be able to unlock, so this was definitely a good move to make Odyssey this. Don't forget, however, we do see 8 Battle Pass skins between level 1 and 100, and also the secret skin in its own section. With that said, reverting back to the post that I mentioned at the start of this video's information rolling out about Fortnite adding Season 2 to the staging servers, the image attached to that post that Hypex included was all of the teasers or textures or even design markings around Pandora's box, pointing toward the skins that we could be seeing throughout the Battle Pass next season, and as you can see there's 4 right here. This is meant to be resembling Zeus, the next one Ares with this survey skin obviously correlating to it that we have right now, this next one being Cerberus, you know, the guard dog of the underworld belonging to Hades, the 3-headed thing that we literally have a mosaic to complete of, which actually has these 2 variants of it on the Fortnite surveys now, the normal form and then the turned dog form, and then finally Hades, which believe it or not is the god of death or the underworld, of course actually owning Cerberus as the guard dog of the underworld. It doesn't just stop there though in terms of Battle Pass teasers, as on Pandora's box there's different star signs correlating to these different things from Greek mythology, of course that could be upcoming Battle Pass skins that we already have survey skin forms of that we're going to be showing. As you can see, Hypex stated another Season 2 Battle Pass teaser in order: Zeus's lightning bolt, Cerberus's head, Hades the 3rd one, Aphrodite the goddess of love for the 4th one, which is like a heart, Poseidon's trident for the 5th, Medusa's head for the 6th, as you can see snakes coming out of what seems to be a head, Apollo's bow and arrow, and last but not least also Ares, which we've already mentioned, which is also one of the 4 outfits that does have a design on Pandora's box exterior itself. With data miners then being able to put together all of the Battle Pass skins off the surveys that we currently know of, as you can see 6 right here that are going to be upcoming, there is sadly not a variant of Zeus on the Fortnite surveys, but that then leaves 1 more skin to make up the 8 total in a Battle Pass empty, as we're not going to be seeing Odyssey in here now, again having this different variant of her on the Fortnite surveys, so people believe this different Greek fish thick variant, as we can see at the Statue of Ruin Reels, to actually take this 8th skin spot. Drop a like if you'd like to see that, and subscribe with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any future uploads. Enter code FM1 now in time for Season 2's Battle Pass releasing, or anything rotating throughout the shop. But speaking of other videos, click either of these two YouTubes recommended you on screen right now, whilst you wait for the very next one I do publish on the channel.